time just to get comfortable. Focus on your breath. And start to bring your breath to the back of your lungs. Try to expand your ribs as you breathe in, expand up from your back. So we're breathing into our back and our sides. And know that throughout this practice, whatever position we're in, if you're not comfortable, if a particular shape isn't quite serving you, you have full autonomy to come back to this position or a more comfortable position in that moment. Really focus on your breath here. Keep the eyes nice and closed. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in through the nose and feel your whole back expand. And when you're ready, let everything out with a sigh. Breathing in through the nose. And breathing everything out with a sigh. One more time, in through the nose. Everything out with a sigh. Let's go for 3 more rounds here at our own pace. Noticing comfort, noticing discomfort, taking the time to fidget, noticing how our body feels. And when we're ready, taking our hands, placing our right hand on top of our left, feeling a stretch all the way down the right side of the body. Feel free to reposition your blocks, your pillows if you need to. Holding here for 3 breaths. Coming back to center on our next inhale. And taking it over towards the right, left hand on top of the right, feeling that stretch all the way down the left side of the body. Staying here for 3 breaths, making sure we take that breath all the way into the back of the lungs, expanding our rib cage. Breathing into the back and sides and out with a sigh. Bringing ourselves back to center on our next inhale. Stretch the arms all the way out. Move your pillows, your props, just out of the way a little bit. Bringing yourself up to kneeling. And then up onto all fours. Taking our right arm all the way up to the sky and weaving it through. Thread the needle, child's pose, thread the needle. Feel free to extend your upper arm out in front of you. Option here to internally rotate your upper arm so your palm is facing upwards. Option to take it all the way behind onto the opposite thigh. Feeling that opening up of the chest slightly. Feel free to keep your eyes closed as we move through these first few movements, just moving intuitively. Coming back to that nice deep diaphragmatic breathing. Exhaling with a sigh. Bringing that arm back around if you took the bind, palm down, coming back to kneeling, and take it over onto the other side. Lifting the left arm up from all fours and weave it underneath through, taking our child's pose, thread the needle, stretching out the right arm, internally rotate if you want to, palm facing upwards. Option here to take your arm all the way behind onto the opposite thigh, opening up that chest, coming into a spinal twist. Wherever is comfortable for you. Focusing on our breathing, noticing where it lands, how it feels. Bringing that right arm all the way back around if you took the bind, palm facing down, sliding it in towards you, coming back into that kneeling position. Bring yourself down onto the belly now into crocodile. Option here to place your block underneath your forehead once more. Arms wherever comfortable. Take your time here. Fidget. Take the opportunity, whether you have your block here or your hands here, or maybe even your fists. Take the option, if you want to just gently rock the forehead from side to side, giving your brows and your center of your brows a massage. I love this so much. Moving nice and slowly. Bringing both the arms out to the sides. Lifting up our left leg and just taking it behind us, almost in like a laying down wild thing. So our foot touches the floor behind us, opening up our chest, as we look in the opposite direction. Feel free to keep the eyes closed if you want to. Taking a deep breath here. Again, option to bring the arm up and behind if you want. Or keep it completely stretched out to the side. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale with a sigh. In through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. Coming back to our crocodile position. Beep, 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 beep. Go away, beep, beep. Over there. Coming back to our crocodile position. Arms wherever comfortable. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Let's take it onto the other side. Arms stretched out. Raising our right foot, taking a turn as we bring our right foot down onto the floor behind us. You're going to feel a twist in the spine as you open up your chest towards your right hand side. Option to lift the arm up, bring it behind you for a bind, or keep it stretched out in front of you, opening up the hips. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. And on your next inhale, coming back to center, back to our crocodile position. Hands under the shoulders. Lift yourself up into kneeling. Come back into child's pose, arms stretched out. And when you're ready, lifting all the way up to chaturanga on the knees. Moving props out the way, come back to child's pose. Coming back to chaturanga on the knees. Let's make this a little bit quicker. Moving at our own pace. Moving with the breath. Exhale as you come to chaturanga on the knees. Inhale as you come back to child's pose. Warming up the spine here. And finishing up with an inhale in child's pose. Coming up completely to kneeling. I'm going to turn to face you. Bringing your right arm over to your left side of your head. Tilt your head all the way down to the right shoulder. Extend your left arm all the way out to the side, touching the floor if you can. Doesn't matter if you can't, but you want to feel that stretch all the way down the left side of the head, neck, and shoulder. Coming back to center, repeat on the other side. Left hand right on the right side of the head. Pulling it down to the left shoulder. I've just realised I'm telling you what I'm doing and I'm not mirroring. So looks like I'm doing the opposite to what I'm actually doing, but it's fine, you get it. Extend through the fingertips in your right hand. Feeling that stretch all the way down the right side of the neck, shoulder and head. coming back to center. Bringing ourselves forward to chaturanga on the knees. Exhale, bring yourself all the way down to the mat. Arms just at your side, so you're kneeling on your elbows, bringing yourself into Sphinx. Drawing your abs in, opening up your chest. Try not to kind of curve too much in your spine. We want to extend through the crown of the head, making sure the shoulders are away from the ears, belly button drawn in. So we're in a really strong Sphinx shape. Lifting up our left foot towards the sky. Rotate round. Turn, sorry. So you take a twist in the spine. So coming into a real kind of really baby wild thing. Feel free to open up with your left arm. Open up that chest to the sky. And bring yourself back to center. Repeat on the other side. Lifting that right foot all the way to the ceiling. Twisting round. Looking towards the left. Opening up with the arms, so we open up the chest. Bringing yourself back to Sphinx. Nice and controlled, nice and slow. Bringing ourselves back into child's pose. Just take a moment to breathe. When you're ready, bring yourself forwards again, chaturanga on the knees, bring yourself down, hands under shoulders, shoulders rolled back and down, lifting up into baby cobra. So we're just ever so slightly up, shoulders still bent, elbows bent, elbows tracking back. Roll the head in one direction and in the other direction. Bringing ourselves down onto the floor fully, chest down, toes curled under, lifting up into our first downward facing dog of this session, maybe of the day. Feel free to take a little walk here. Maybe try some moves here that you wouldn't normally do. Try not to go to what you love here. I know for me, I love to lift the heels up, bring them back down and really stretch out my calves. So I'm really resisting the temptation to do that. Instead, I'm going to try and walk individually and do a little twist. So try something a little bit different that you've maybe seen someone else do before, but you've never really tried properly. So instead of going to what you love to do in this shape, try something a little bit different. So we get the legs warmed up, the knees warmed up, movement in the hips. And when you're ready, go ahead and raise your left leg all the way up to the sky for three-legged dog. Bend your left leg. And we're going to imagine drawing 3 circles with our knee in the sky. When you're ready, bring that knee in, nose to knee. Lifting all the way up into three-legged dog again. Bringing that knee in towards the opposite elbow. Lifting all the way up to three-legged dog once more. And bringing it to the same side, left elbow. Lifting all the way up once more. And setting it back down for downward facing dog. Go for a little walk here. Feel free to come to your favourite movements that you like to do in downward facing dog now. So for me, that's lifting all the way up onto my heels. Drawing the heels all the way down to the mat because I like how that feels in my calves. Stretching out, lifting my hips nice and high so I feel the stretch all the way through my back. Trying not to look too much around to my knees because I know that puts a strain on my neck. And spinal wave forwards into high plank. Drop the knees, elbows tracking back. Exhale, come down through chaturanga. Shoulders roll back and down, lifting up full cobra this time. And coming back into child's pose. Take a moment to roll those wrists. We were in downward facing dog for a while there. So roll those wrists. We're going to do the same on the other side. When you're ready, lift all the way up into downward facing dog. And again, try and do something a little bit different here. Go for a walk. Maybe bring both knees down to the mat together so they're about an inch off the mat. Lifting up. And when you're ready, go ahead and raise that right leg all the way up to the sky, three-legged dog. Bending the knee, drawing a circle 3 times with our knee. And then drawing that knee in towards our nose. Hold for just a second. Lifting all the way back up, three-legged dog. Bringing it in again once more to the opposite elbow. Lifting up to three-legged dog. And finally, taking it to the right elbow. Lifting up for three-legged dog once more. And bending the knee. Bring it all the way back down. And again, coming back to your favorite movements that you like to do in downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Spinal wave all the way forwards into high plank. Option to bend the knees, or as you exhale down through chaturanga, all the way down, shoulders rolled back, lifting up on an inhale into cobra. Coming back into a wide knee child's pose once more, rolling out those wrists. Taking that time to come back to our breath here. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Fill up the back and the sides of the lungs. And exhale everything out with a sigh. Rolling those wrists once more. Coming up to all fours. Lifting up if you want to. Into downward facing dog. Feet come together. Step the feet in towards the hands. Hang low here just for a moment. Slight bend in the knee. Grasp onto the opposite elbows if you want to, or place the hands on the floor. Hands on shins. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, come back down. And on your next inhale, arms come out all the way up. Hands to the sky. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Eyes closed. Take a breath in through the nose. And exhale with a sigh. Inhale once more. And exhale with a sigh. Inhale, arms come all the way out and up towards the sky. Exhale, come down into forward fold. Slight bend in the knee. Inhale, lifting up into half lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Step back into downward facing dog. And wave forwards into high plank. Option to drop the knees or exhale down through chaturanga. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lifting up through cobra. And take it back into child's pose. Roll those wrists. Lifting up, downward facing dog. Once more. Feet together, knees bent. Stepping the left foot forwards this time towards the hand. Slight bend in the knee. Inhale, lifting up into half lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up to the sky, palms together. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, arms come all the way up to the sky. Palms together, exhale, hands down through heart center, forward fold. Slight bend in the knee. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back down through back down into forward fold. Stepping the right foot back into downward facing dog. Take a moment here to catch your breath as we spinal wave forwards into high plank. Option to drop the knees or exhale down through chaturanga from full plank, high plank, sorry. Roll the shoulders back, inhale, lift up into cobra, exhale back into child's pose. Deep inhale through the nose here, exhale through the mouth. Lifting up into downward facing dog. And this time we're going to raise our left leg into our three-legged dog. Bending at the knee as we did before, drawing some circles, but this time in the opposite direction to what we did last time. Just 3 circles here with the knee. And when you're ready, take that foot over to your right side. Opening up into wild thing. Open the arm all the way up to the side, or feel free to open it out above your head, or just raise it up to the sky, wherever's comfortable. Explore here. Maybe even play with your balance here. Maybe see if you can bring the arm down towards the mat, opening up once more as you inhale. Exhale, bringing it down towards the mat. Feels a little bit gritty. Just explore it or stay still. It's totally up to you here. Wherever you are, let's go ahead and bring ourselves back. Left hand down on the floor, left foot follows into downward facing dog. Go for a walk here. Let's go ahead and raise our right foot to the sky, three-legged dog, bending the knee, and draw your circles, this time again in the opposite direction to the previous circles we drew on this side. And trusting your own body, trusting yourself, taking that foot all the way down, kind of into wild thing. Right arm comes up. Feel free to take it up to the sky, out to the side, really opening up the chest, or above the head. And if you want to play with your balance here, drawing the arm down towards the mat, lifting up as we inhale. Exhale, drawing down towards the mat, lifting up as we inhale. Just play or be still. Just do whatever feels right. And when you're ready, bringing that right arm down towards the mat, right leg follows, downward facing dog, spinal wave into high plank. Option to drop the knees here, or exhale down through chaturanga from high plank. Roll the shoulders back into cobra. Roll the neck in one direction and in the other direction. And this time, come back into child's pose. Knees together, arms at your sides. Option to place a block under your forehead for support or a pillow. Coming back to your breath in through the nose. Exhaling everything out with a sigh. With every inhale, feeling our back and our sides expand. And with every exhale, feeling the ribs come back and the diaphragm expand. On your next inhale, lift all the way up to kneeling. Place your hands onto the small of your back. Shoulders roll back and down. Looking all the way up to the sky. Chest open, throat open. Extending through the spine. Belly button drawn in towards the spine. Feeling our chest open here in our baby camel. Taking a breath. Making sure that we're extending through the spine, opening up our heart center. And that our lower back is comfortable. On your next exhale, come back. Clasping the hands together, palms facing out in front, drawing the belly button in towards the spine, curling our spine so that our crown of our head is facing the same direction as the palms of our hands out in front of us, just to give us a nice counter stretch here. Bringing ourselves back into tabletop. Curl the toes under, lifting up into downward facing dog. Hips are nice and high, heels up. Heels to where's comfortable, so you feel a stretch in those calf muscles, bending the knees, feet come together, step or hop the feet in towards the hands. And placing your hands on the floor if you want to, palms down, or option to have the palms facing up, just to give your wrists a little bit of a stretch. Or if you prefer, grasping onto your elbows. And then if you want to, just take a little twist from side to side. Keeping those knees bent. Just feeling into what feels really good today for you. What feels just really yummy, delicious, makes you feel all the feels. Palms down on the floor. Just try something a little different here. So instead of going into a half lift with hands on the shins, if you can, if it's comfortable, hands on the floor, up onto fingertips or with your block, and just lift up and extend the crown of the head, slight bend in the legs, shoulders roll back and down, so you sort of feel that stretch across the upper back between the shoulders, and you feel it in your hamstrings on the backs of the legs as well. So a little bit of a different stretch here. And if it helps, close the eyes so you can visualize what you're trying to do. And when you're ready, come back down into a full forward fold. And on your next inhale, lift all the way up to standing, palms together above the head. Exhale, hands down to your heart center. Taking a few deep breaths here. Palms together at heart center or at the sides in your mountain pose, wherever's comfortable for you. Grounding down through the feet. Feeling that connection to the earth. Shoulders roll back and down. Extending up through the crown of the head. Feel yourself get lighter and lighter. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands on shins, slight bend in the knee. Exhale, full forward fold. Stepping back into downward facing dog here. Raising our left leg all the way up to the sky. Drawing it into the nose, holding for 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot down, extend that back leg all the way back. Just heel toe that foot out to the side so your hands are on the inside, bringing yourself into lizard. Inhale, raising that left arm all the way up and round, looking over your left shoulder. And exhale, bringing it back down, placing it in front of you, underneath your left shoulder. Inhale once more, arm comes all the way back. See if you can twist a little bit further, if that's comfortable. Exhale, bringing that arm all the way back to the mat in front of you. One more time. Inhale, all the way back. With that arm opening up the chest, feeling the hips open up. And exhale, bring it all the way back and down. Option here, curl the toes under, lift that knee up. So we're in a variation of lizard here, or just stay where you are if that's comfortable. Whatever feels right. Alternative option, bringing yourself down onto your elbows. So you're in a low lizard. Again, just whatever feels right for you. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Curling the toes under. Bringing that left foot all the way back. So we're in high plank. Lift those hips nice and high. Up into downward facing dog. Go for a little walk here. Feel how the hips feel a little bit different. The legs feel a little bit different. Maybe that left hip feels a little bit looser. That left leg feels a little bit looser. So let's try to balance that out. Right leg comes all the way up. Three-legged dog. Drawing that knee into the nose, holding for 3, 2, 1. Drop the foot down between the hands, extending that left leg back behind you. Heel toe that right foot out to the edge of the mat so the hands are on the inside. Take an inhale once you're comfortable and raise your right arm all the way up and over, looking behind you, looking over your right shoulder. Exhale, bring it all the way back in front of you. 2 more times. Inhale. Arm comes all the way up and over. Opening up the chest. Opening up the heart center. Exhale. Bring the arm back in front of you. One last time. Inhale, arm comes up and over towards the legs behind you, looking over your shoulder. Feel that twist. Exhale, bring it back to center. Staying in our lizard here, option to curl the toes under, lifting that back knee up off the mat if that's comfortable for you. Alternatively, keeping the knee down on the ground, placing the elbows down, elbows directly under shoulders, fingers spread, so you're in your low lizard here. Staying here for just a few breaths. Just exploring how each position feels. What feels good for you? What feels nice for you? What doesn't feel so good? What do we need to change? Curling the toes under on that back leg, bringing our right leg behind us into high plank, lifting the hips nice and high, up into our downward facing dog. And feel free to stay still here or come back to your favourite movements that you like to do in your downward facing dog. So like I said before, for me, that's heels nice and high, hips nice and high, belly button drawn in, drawing the heels down towards the mat, feeling that stretch in the calf and the hamstring muscles. For you, it might be walking alternately. It might be going for a little twist as you bring the knee towards the opposite side. Or maybe it's drawing the knees down to the mat and then lifting them back up again. Do whatever feels really, really good for you here. And when you're ready, bringing the knees down to the mat, hold them just an inch off the ground, belly button drawn in, slight bend in the elbows, and drop the knees down. Uncurl the toes, placing your hands behind you, clasped, roll the shoulders back and down, opening up the chest, coming into a clasped camel here. Opening up the throat, extending through the crown of the head, belly button drawn in, making sure our lumbar spine is nice and comfortable. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One last time. And again, clasping the hands in front of you, palms facing away from you, stretching all the way out so you feel that stretch across the middle of the shoulders, drawing the belly button in towards the spine for a counter stretch. And when you're ready, take an option here to come into camel. So you can either go back to our first option, where we had our hands on our lower back and you can be kneeling, or you can be upright here, or come back to our clasped camel here, or you can be upright, whatever you prefer, or feel free to come back into full camel, not full camel, excuse me, come back into an alternative camel, hands on the heels, or if you have your blocks, you could have them behind you and use them instead, making sure that we're lifting up from our belly button, lifting up from our chest, up from our throat, and again, play here with what's comfortable, making sure that our spine is comfortable. We're extending through the crown of the head, opening up our heart center, opening up our throat chakra, opening up our solar plexus, and our other chakra that I've completely forgotten the name of. The one at our belly button. All I've got in my head is solar plexus and root chakra, and that is not right. You know the one. So play here, explore, do whatever feels comfortable. If you need to reposition yourself, if you need to bring yourself back to clasped camel, bring yourself back into baby camel, or take yourself up into the alternative camel, whatever you prefer. Take a deep inhale through the nose here. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And when you're ready, come all the way back wherever you are into your child's pose. Use your block to support your forehead if you want to, arms at your sides or in front of you. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths, taking those breaths all the way into the back of the body. Exhaling out with a sigh. And when you're ready, bring yourself into a really comfortable position, whether that is in crocodile or shavasana. Get your slippers back on if you want to. Get your jumper on, put your blanket over you, get your pillows under your head. Take this time to get super comfortable. Fidget as much as you need to. Get your eye pillow if you want to over your eyes as well. And when you're ready, close your eyes. And come back to your breathing. We've included a lot of breath work in our practice today, so hopefully it will be quite easy for you to come back to your breath. And this. If you're more comfortable laying on your side, that's fine. Really, wherever is comfortable for you. And when you're comfortable, your eyes are closed, you're warm. I want you to just allow yourself to sink into the ground beneath you. Feel where there is comfort, feel where there is discomfort, feel where there is tension. Notice it, take a breath, release. Allow those muscles to relax. Continuing with your breathing. Feeling yourself get heavier and heavier. Feeling those deep breaths in all of the front of your body right now, because we've focused a lot on the back of the body with that breathing. So feel your chest open up, feel those lungs fill up, feel your belly expand. With every exhale, drawing your belly button in towards your spine, feeling those ribs come together. Feeling all of that carbon dioxide expel from your lungs. As you feel yourself get heavier all along the back side of your body, or the side of your body that is in contact with the mat, I want you to imagine that you are so connected to that ground beneath you. If it helps, imagine roots. I like to imagine energy. Feels lighter, almost like lightning bolts. It feels lighter. And I want you to try and visualize that energy or those roots going deeper and deeper and deeper until you are able to reach the earth, the core of the earth, that center of the earth. So you feel so incredibly connected. The side of you that is open, facing the sky, whether that is your front, your back, your side. I want you to imagine that same energy, but like air, as it connects up to the sky. Feeling that side of your body get lighter and lighter and lighter. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth with a sigh. And as you feel that energy expanding out from you towards the Earth's core, into the infinite sky and universe, feel all of that warmth radiating in towards you, filling you up with beautiful, warm, white light. Feel that warmth, that energy, that white light drenching every single cell in your body. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes, from the end of your nose to your fingertips. Feel that warmth completely surround you, emanating completely within you. Just bask within it. And when you're ready, bring yourself up to a seated position. However you're comfortable, whether that is lifting up from the side or just getting straight up to seated. Bring yourself to that seated, comfortable position, whether that's cross-legged, mermaid, kneeling. Keeping the eyes closed. Bringing the palms together in front of you, rubbing them together, feel that warmth. Placing both hands over the eyes, feel that warmth resonate within you. Keeping the eyes closed. Bring the hands away from the eyes and place them one on top of the other at your heart center. And when you're ready, gently flicker open the eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me.